Hello, we are Geeks Assembled, and today me and Susan are still in the Christmas mood. We're discussing a 1996 movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Our governor.
Yes,
When I was a California resident, he was our governor.
Governor, playing the all-American husband. Yeah, we'll go on to that when we get on. We discuss it. We're talking Jingle All The Way.
Yep.
A comedy family movie, all about the just
materialism,
materialistic. Yeah. Greed, and forgetting the what is important in this time of year.
The fact that young Anakin's in this.
Young Anakin, yeah. So everybody wants a turbo man, don't they, Susan?
Yeah, everybody does.
So, what's your opening thoughts on Jingle All The Way?
Well, I don't want a Turbo Man, but I can see where this just came right out of the Terminator, the what do you call them, the Transformers, or the Iron Man. You know, there are some various parts of fandom that could be, superimposed or squished into this, which would make sense. The fact that that it was written kind of whacked out, it was written awkwardly. Let's just put it that way. You don't actually call these great big huge, especially an action figure that's more than 12 inches tall. You don't call them dolls. You call them action figures. You call them replica action figures. You call them what is it? What's the ones that do all the ones for Doctor Who? Titan figures. Yeah, like there's a whole bunch of action figure creators and marketers. For a long time, Hasbro, and for the Star Wars figures, it was all Hasbro. And I mean, I love the merchandising of our fandoms. I gotta tell you, it is what sort of has coalesced into these giant Comic-Cons, because it's nothing but marketing. But this was a thing that was supposedly just taken right out of the television show and released to the public without a Comic-Con, without a sort of fandom attachment, without the nerdy geekiness of it, which to me didn't make any freaking sense at all. I'm sorry. It's not the way this stuff usually goes down, at least not in my world.
No.
But maybe it's just because I'm in my mid-50s, and I'm a person who has had a certain experience in life, and it's definitely different from the experience that put the cookie down and stuff. Went through. It's just, I don't know. And yeah, he's fine as an all-American dad, but
right. I'm of course I'm British. You're
British. Lee, you don't have to freaking tell everybody all the time. Yay, you're British.
What I was going to say was, you being all American, right? How does it come across with Arnold portraying an all-American?
That's fine. We're such a mishmash of different cultures and accents in this freaking United States, that it just doesn't matter what you look like. Anybody can be an all-American dad.
I suppose watching
this, anything. You just have to be into football and stuff like that. And a little workaholism is a good thing, but the kind of stuff where he kept lying to his kid. I mean, that's actually workaholism in need of a 12-step program. And, it's not just in me. I struggle here with the idea that it's going to be healed with like a single afternoon in a costume in a parade.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody could do that. Anybody could. I don't know. So anyway, you just gotta understand that that it was probably because of this that Anakin turned to the dark side. This is really why, because his father didn't love him. His father was stealing trees, and
Well, I'll make you feel old. Jake Lloyd is now 33. So
I already feel like that, but and I know he's older because the prequels were a long time ago in a galaxy far away. So I get it. And the fact that we're just seeing Ewan McGregor back as Obi-Wan, we're just like it's been a while, but he still doesn't look anywhere as old as Alec Guinness. So there's that issue. So anyway, let's just let me just say that the things that were most amusing about this was the slapstick physical comedy of it. That's it. Like it was really a bunch of physical comedy, and physical comedy that other people couldn't really do because they weren't quite as big or weren't quite as bulky or weren't quite as topsy-turvy as Mr. Schwarzenegger. He's Arnold has got a lot of muscles. And yeah, so you just got to understand that when he goes to steal a tree, that he's actually able to lift the son of a gun. I mean, I know that that in our household we use a lot of pulleys, and we use a lot of mechanical advantage to put up our Christmas trees in our time back in the day. So, and then the whole thing with the family, the family being so disappointed in him, so disappointed. Oh my gosh. I can't believe you're gonna miss it again. He's gonna do his karate, and you're gonna miss it again. Yeah, you knew that if he was used to doing it that way, that was probably gonna happen. You gotta see people for who they are, especially around Christmas. Because otherwise you're gonna run around with these lofty ideas, and it's gonna hurt your feelings. So hard. Okay, so those are my opening thoughts, because I don't want to hurt your feelings anymore.
Well, as I said, I struggle. I mean, I love Annie in all the action movies he does, these futuristic movies, all these. He's done comedy as well, but this was the period where there was, as I mentioned, trying to make him the all-American dad. And for me, it doesn't gel. He's Austrian. He's got the accent. He's 6'5". He's a bulk of a guy. It just didn't. It doesn't gel when you're trying to convince me that he's. I know he thinks he's an American these days, doesn't he?
He was very, very much American when he ran for governor of California.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Most people who run for governor of California eventually try to run for president of the United States, like Nixon, like Reagan, like all these other
Mm.
dopey Republicans. Yeah, so
It's like nothing against him, but it just didn't. I don't know. It didn't wash with me that he was the all American working dad. I mean, he has done great comedies. I mean, this is a comedy. There's great moments in this, but trying to make him out as what this character, I don't know. It didn't work for me.
I get it. I can hear it in your
The good thing about this movie is it proves one thing: what us Brits cannot do is a good, because you always surpass any city in America or wherever, always surpass to do the parades. The parades are we don't do any of that.
Yes, you do, but you do it all with your royals. That they're the only ones who can do a fucking decent parade in the UK.
That's thingy anniversary or celebration or whatever.
Those are. I know you're going to say something like that's statecraft. No, that's parades. Parades are done for statecraft.
I'm on about Christmas parades. The other type of parade that you pull it off
Thanksgiving
so well.
Day parades.
Yeah, you pull it off so well. That's what one good things what you lot can do.
Okay.
I think that's the only thing you can do, isn't it, over there? But no, you do pull it off really great over there, all the parades.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, it's slapstick, and it's not much of a story, is it really? Dad's forgot Christmas spirit. He's forgot the present, desperate to find the present. So is another guy, Sinbad. What he's after the same present, and that's it, really, isn't it? It's just them two clashing all the way through the movie.
All the way through the movie, and the Arnold character being absent for large periods of time because of work and traffic. And there's traffic, but then there's also like traffic, and you can sit in traffic for 2 hours, and like that sucks, especially when like there's been an accident up the road a piece.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're stuck because you can't get off on the exits because you're nowhere near an exit, and you just sit there. You turn off your car and you just sit there, or you go stop and go, and like that's traffic. And so yeah, but the trouble is that he never did the right thing when he said he would, and that little bit of deception is why he's not a typical American father, unless you're really negative down on American fathers, because I mean some of them could be some of them could be really really like that, but a lot of people make promises and then they write it down, and then they if they can't fucking do it, then they have their secretary do it or somebody else do it. And that's what if you're doing stuff in an office and you're not able to accomplish things, you got other people around. And so I just think he was a workaholic, and I just think that like he was just, when he got to work, he'd fucking shut off all of the other ideas, and he never cross-referenced any of his notes or his to-do lists or anything like that. So he because he was so addicted to work. And that happens. I mean, like a lot of that's what they always call, in Britain, Scrooge is someone who is really tight with money and tight with days off and stuff. In America, Scrooge is somebody who is a workaholic. The difference between the British Scrooge and the British person who is all wrong at Christmas, and the person who's all wrong at Christmas in America is one's miserly and you know, stubborn with you know, honoring boundaries with his employees, and the other one's never honoring with their boundaries with their family, and because of workaholism. And
Mm.
those are the two difference. One's into money, you know, obviously Bob Cratchit suffered at the hands of you know, the what's his name,
Ebenezer.
yeah, Ebenezer, and but this is like his family is suffering at his hands because he's a workaholic. The business never suffers. I mean, the business receives, I mean, you wouldn't turn off the lights early because because you wanted to save money in the US. You'd leave the lights on, you'd keep the heat going, you'd keep people and working, you'd give them the time off, but then you would stay the extra day and never show up for your family. And that's the way it is in the US, and that's workaholism. And you know, I have to tell you, my dad was like that when I was a kid. He was a bit of a workaholic, but as an older man, he's completely changed, and it's just nice. It's so nice that he is a different dude now. He's a great he's doing a hell of a lot better as a grandfather than he ever was like a father. But you know, that's just the way it goes. That's what I want to. Yeah.
No, I say that. I think that's quite typical of all things I've heard about. You know, they're a better grandfather than there was a father.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's just it's fun, and but the reality is, it's like there's so much. This guy says so he just wants to be his kid's best friend.
Mm.
And you know, if you're not going to put in the time, there's no way in hell he's going to be the kid's best friend.
True.
The kid's going to hang out with the dog before he ever hangs out with dad.
Oh dear.
Oh, and that sleazy, slimy neighbor guy who was like great, you know, except
Yeah.
for he was eating the cookies.
Mm.
Anyway,
I mean, there were some actors in this what you thought was a bit underused. I mean, you had the cameo of Jim Belushi
oh, I know, yeah.
as the mall Santa.
Uh-huh.
You know, I mean, what he did in that was quite good. And I thought, you know, could have used a little bit more. Could have
Yeah,
used a little bit more.
that was a good intervention. That
And then
was,
two actors, what was only seen in the TV clips of Turbo Man, the show.
mhm.
You had Harvey Korman,
Mhm.
great comedian. You know, blinking, you miss him. I mean, I don't know why they didn't use him for something else in the movie. And then you had, what's his name? Richard Mole
Oh yeah,
as Dementor.
yeah,
I mean, Night Court
yeah,
in voice of Two-Face in the Batman animated series.
yeah.
Great actor, but you only saw them in that small clip at the sort of the beginning of the movie.
Mhm.
No, you could have used them a little bit more.
Agreed.
Well, I don't know. But as we say, it's slapstick all the way, really.
Yeah.
Not much story to it, just slapstick, farce, running all the way until the end of the movie. That's what it is. I don't know if you get the feel of Christmas on this, though. Do you get the feel of Christmas with the movie?
I get the feeling of
Because some movies,
I like how they put the stress on the the post office in the Christmas, like that. Like
Mm.
that was really evident, and it was. I mean, there's a lot of little commentaries going on in this movie.
Mm.
Um,
Sometimes you sit down and watch a movie, a sort of a Christmas themed movie and things like that, and you do feel, oh, I feel really ready for Christmas now. I feel like I'm full of Christmas spirit.
mhm.
I came away watching this and I didn't feel that.
No, no, I understand. Yeah,
Yeah. They they could have they could have set this at any time. This movie,
yeah.
honest. Um, I don't know. I don't know, but that I don't want to put a downer on the movie because it's an enjoyable movie. But so any moments
It's
for
not.
you?
It's not the. It isn't the kind of movie that is destined to give you Christmas spirit.
Yeah, it's not. No.
It's it is the kind of movie that makes you want to look at your gift list and go, "Oh, really?" And it's another thing when you look at your family and try and decide if you're gonna actually show up for them or whatever. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of little morals to the story given in this bit, and I don't know.
Uh, and so any moments what stand out for you?
I love the flight scene at the end. That's fun.
Hmm.
Yeah, when he's like going up, and I love the line, "Put the cookie down," after he baked the cookies and he's just like saving them. And yeah,
Uh, for me, there's two things. I love the reindeer, the angry reindeer. What's got it in for Arnie?
huh.
That's, I mean, that's quite hilarious. That way, he's chasing him through his neighbour's house. That's absolutely setting fire to the house. And also the Santa fight was quite funny. Well, you know,
That,
all the mall Santas fighting, which you got a little cameo from Van Troyer in that.
yeah,
Um, I know I shouldn't, but I laughed my socks off where he got hit and he went flying across the went flying across the road.
yeah.
A little Santa. Hey. Now that's
That was
slapstick.
that was a great Santa fight. Yeah,
But apart from that, as I say, with the parade section, brilliant parade in there. Um, it's just it's a run of the mill movie, nothing extraordinary for me personally.
yeah.
So anything else?
Um, no,
No, in that
good.
case, then, shall we go to final say score?
Sure. I will. Uh, I'll give this 8 uh cookies. Put the cookie down out of 10. Um,
For me, it's enjoyable, but it's not a classic. Um, I'm going to give it 7 Turbo Men out of 10.
yep.
Um, I can understand the feelings of everybody wanting that toy for Christmas. I
Yeah.
mean, that has happened in real life. You know, every year there's that new craze what every kid wants, but you can't get hold of it. I mean, you went through the Cabbage Patch period. You
The
had
fidget spinners.
Yeah, the Teletubby period. Everybody
Oh,
wanted,
yes.
and they couldn't get them. So I can
Again,
understand.
again.
Yeah. So I can understand how they.
There were the Transformers, the Dinobots,
Yeah.
the what do they call them? The yeah.
So it just for me, this movie just proves to me that I'm always in the right because I always do my Christmas shopping in October.
Yep. And you send your Christmas cards quite early. In fact,
In
um,
January.
in fact, I have two Christmas I have two Christmas cards. One
Ooh,
from Hall,
yeah.
and then one from
Where's that sit? What is it? What?
Jill and Joe,
Oh.
the President of the United States.
Oh.
That's it. I have two Christmas cards.
So so
Commander and Will, and look at these two little cutie footprints on there.
Oh, that's nice.
We have puppies in the White House again.
So I must be on equal footing to the President of America then.
You are. Without a doubt, Lee. Yes, indeed. Yep. See the White House. I'm just, I'm one of theirs.
Did you wonder what it was when it came through the?
Yeah, I was kind of like, oh goodness, what did
Oh my God! They finally caught up with me.
what have I done now? But they were, they were kind enough to send me a Christmas card.
Oh.
So yeah, I have a card from one friend over here and one friend over there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So
Lee, thank you, and I agree. This isn't the kind of movie that can put you in the Christmas spirit, but if it gets you talking about Christmas, then maybe you can work your way around to having the Christmas spirit.
I gave it 7, but I've still got, I still own it.
Yeah. How long have you owned it for? A really long time?
Oh, maybe 8 years or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Is this the first time you watched it?
I've seen it before, but it's the first time I've watched it. It's the first time it's been played on that.
All right.
But yeah, so that's our little review of Jingle All The Way.
Yep.
It did have a sequel, but I hear it was rather bad. So
I think I saw that. I saw a sign about that, but I don't remember that movie at all. But I do remember this one.
Mm-hmm. But
because Turbo Man was like the whole fandom, the whole idea that fandom could be done without Comic-Con doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry, it just like what? What?
Oh well,
Oh
well, but you guys out there, please make mine and Susan's day by leaving comments on this video on YouTube, leaving comments when it appears on Facebook or on Twitter, because that's where we are. We also put links up on Insta, so we're in those formats on social media. If you'd like to join us, look, I'm waving my tinsel at you. That means I'm serious. If you'd like to join our group, because at the moment it's just me and Susan holding the fort while we get some fresh new blood, and we may in future take Alid out of the cryo freeze and bring him back one day. once he repents of all the things he said about Frozen.
Yeah,
But-
because he really it was his problem. I mean, he got in bed with Elsa, and that when you get in bed with Elsa, you're gonna end up frozen.
Oh God! I hope his I hope his fiance don't find out he's been in bed with Elsa. Oh, poor old Ty. Yeah. So please, if you want to be part of this group, message us, of course, and we'll try and get you on. Please be 18 plus. That's all we ask. 18. It's a reasonable request. All you need is a PC or a laptop, tablet, or a mobile phone, which has got a camera and a microphone, and you're in. So the only other thing you need to know when browsing your YouTube channel, our YouTube channel with our endless back catalogue of stuff, we always put new stuff up as well. So when we do put new stuff up, make sure you've got the bell notification button pressed, and you'll get notified every time we put something up.
Ding,
So, ding ding.
That was a ding ding. Never mind.
Ding ding. So yeah, that's it, folks. That's our little review of Jingle All the Way. So I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we've enjoyed talking about it, because we do enjoy talking about it. Even sometimes if we don't give it a high score, we still enjoy talking about stuff.
Yeah.
You know, be it a movie, be it a TV show, be it an audio drama, or anything like that. You know,
Because we always find stuff to geek out about.
Yes, even if we don't, we geek out about the stuff we don't like.
Yeah.
So that's our little review of Jingle All the Way. Anything else you want to say, Susan, before we go?
Put the cookie down.
Oh my God. Right, bye for now.